Hello, Megan.
I just fell.
Hi. We both just had a little bit of a therapy session, but we are here and we are excited to spill our guts to you all
Spill our guts. And you know what
today.
else I just realized? And this is like completely off topic. I still have to file my fucking taxes.
Oh, girl, I did that on Monday. I did it on Monday, so I'm also like
And
late,
by
sister.
I have to file my taxes, I mean I have to send the documents to my dad's accountant.
Yes, yes.
Because I am just a girl. After
Literally
all,
me on fucking
just a
TurboTax
girl.
click clacking. Like literally just like, please find money for me, TurboTax,
Fine
please.
money. I mean, yeah, that is why, like, honestly, like paying my dad's accountant to do it is more than TurboTax.
Yeah,
But I do appreciate it because I do feel like I don't
get
know. I
you
mean, like,
money.
I hope the government isn't listening, but I do feel like that's what accountants do. Like, that's what you pay them for, is to
Right.
find loopholes and find ways of like getting you
Tax
taxes.
breaks. Yes,
Tax breaks,
girl.
it's a write-off. It's a
Write that shite
write-off.
off. No, we are absolutely preaching get your money from the government.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we are here this week. We're not going to be here next week. We're prefacing the people. I am out of
No.
town on a work trip. I'm so sorry. So you'll get the Maggie review in 2 weeks.
And on top of that, we'll get the tortured poets department brigade.
Oh my God, Meg. Is that in
Next.
2 weeks?
It's in 9 days, Giselle. Next Friday.
Oh, I'm actually not mental. It's let's just begin here. Let's
It's
just begin here.
too
It's
much.
I'm overwhelmed,
Tuesday.
as you said. I'm fucking overwhelmed. I literally can't. I've listened to nothing because I can't listen to anything
Yeah.
because there's too much to listen to.
It's wild. It's wild. There are not enough hours in the day. And I usually don't feel that way. I feel like I'm always like able to just listen to the same song over and over and over again. Like, and we'll get into this also, but my guts have been spilled. Like
I know.
I've experienced it. And like normally after a concert, you start listening to the artist's music again.
Right.
And I don't even feel like I like on my way home on Monday I did.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I have been able
That
to be
moment.
like, let me like really delve back into the Olivia Rodrigo discography. And it's because there's so much other music to consume. And obviously we're so blessed, but I do just wish, and like this is such, an annoying complaint, but I do just wish it was a little bit more staggered because now Billie Eilish is putting out an album in May.
I literally can't, my brain cannot even comprehend a Billie Eilish album. Like it's actually too much for me to think about.
I mean,
I'm not even a Billie Eilish, like I like her as a person, as you know, but I feel like Billie, wait, can you wait so I can even decide to be a fan? Like I don't even have the time to decide.
I know. And it took me so long to get into, because I used to be afraid of Billie Eilish.
Yes, yes, yes. For good reason.
Because that was back in the days when she was like every concert, there was like a mosh pit at her
So
concert.
she
Like,
can be scary.
and she was, doing the whole like, all the good girls go to hell. Listen, I like that album. I do. When we all fall
Yes,
asleep, where do we go? I do. And I like Happier Than Ever. It took
yes,
me a really long time to get into Happier Than Ever, though I had like a renaissance with it. So
right.
I can't even imagine how long it's going to take me to get into, what's it called?
I don't even know, but we can talk about the
It's,
close friends thing that she's doing.
oh my God.
Not me being on Billie Eilish's close friends.
I got so excited for a second. I am not going to lie. I was like, wait, did I get accidentally added to
I
this?
know. Wait, like, okay, am I special? Am I important?
Yeah. So for those who don't know, basically the marketing campaign or marketing tactic or social media tactic that Billie Eilish used to kind of get everyone's attention ahead of her album announcement was that she added literally everyone who was following her to her close friends. And
How did they do?
she gained, I think, 6 million followers. Maybe
Is
that's a
that
lie.
what the girls need to
Maybe it's
do?
like 600,000, but she gained a lot of followers because people wanted to know what was going on in her close friends and wanted to be a part of it.
Which is
It's
really
like
just like blurry photos of
we're
things.
also we're also fucking desperate.
I know. Literally, I didn't even know I was following Billie Eilish. I mean, I was, but somehow I was on her close friends. I was like, okay, slay. Actually, I'm
Yeah, I'm
special.
special. I'm friends with
Um,
Sophie.
but before we get into Gut Spilled and before we get into Lizzy,
Yeah.
um, I do just want to say a thing about the albums, like all of them coming out.
Yeah.
because I was taking a peruse at my stats for Spotify
Mhm.
today, or sorry, Stats FM, and the thing that Ariana did right was go first, because for like a week we had nothing, and like
Except
in
for-
that 1 week I learned every song. So like I'm finding that Eternal Sunshine is like my comfort album, actually, because it's like when I feel so overwhelmed by Casey, Beyonce, Lizzy, like all these things, I can go back to Eternal Sunshine and just be like, dun, 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 dun. You know, like I'm just here.
And it's like a quick 35 minutes. It's uniform. It's nice.
Easy.
No, I was listening to when I went to the Verizon store today to get my phone activated.
Yes. Oh God.
I was listening to We Can't Be
It's good. It's my most played song. It's
and
just
I was
so
like,
good.
You know what? There's something about it.
And
yeah, I agree with that 100%, Giselle, because with Beyonce, and I said this last week, and it still is ringing true for me.
Yes.
It does feel like you have to listen to it from front to back. And I don't always have an hour and 20 minutes to dedicate to sitting down and listening to an album. No. And then if I pause it, I get distracted and I listen to something else. And that's not to say that it's still not like incredible, fucking amazing. And like when Bodyguard has been coming on my day list, I'm like, I could be your bodyguard.
Yes, it's so good. You know, Tyrant is my current hyperfixation.
I mean, yeah, all of it. It's just like so good. I mean, the Post Malone song is what high up on my recently played. But yes, I feel like Casey is slipping away, except for on my day list.
I agree.
And now with Lizzy in the mix, it's a lot. But I mean,
and it's hard. And my thing that's hard is like, as you know, me, you, and Vera, we make monthly playlists that we add all our new songs or like songs we're listening to. Yeah. And like, I totally agree with the album thing about Beyonce. And also what's hard right now for me is like, it's really difficult for me to just be like, okay, Yaya's playing. And then I shuffle that bitch. And it's like Cardinal. And then I shuffle it again. And like fucking Lizzy's playing and I'm crying. Like it's not working with my monthly playlists, because I totally agree that Cowboy Carter is such its own project. And honestly, like I think maybe you could do like Casey Lizzy shuffle, but like still they're all kind of different vibes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't even have Beyonce. I didn't put her on March and I didn't put her on April because it feels like too much to go through and like be like, okay, these are the ones that I'm listening to. When in reality, I'm really listening to the whole album. So it's like when I want to listen to Beyonce, I go and I press play on American Requiem and I'm
yes, exactly.
But it is just incredibly overwhelming in the best way. And I'm so excited for Maggie on Friday. But
I'm so excited for Maggie, actually.
Yeah. And I also think that like a lot of these albums that are coming out are going to be a bit more Ariana-esque. The Billie album is 10 songs.
Oh, wow.
I think the Maggie album is like...
I love a 10-song album, as you know. Give me a choice of on 10-song banger. You know I love that.
So Maggie on Friday, Taylor next week.
Taylor is long, though, right?
Of course. She can't help herself. The next Friday is St. Vincent. No.
St. Vincent has entered like the chat?
All Born Screaming. Then it's Dua. Then it's Dua.
I fucking keep forgetting about Dua Lipa. Gosh.
Dua's is short too. Dua's is also like 11 songs.
It's so overwhelming.
Radical Optimism. On the same day as Sia, Reasonable Woman. May 10th, we have Men. Kings of Leon.
Okay.
Scotty McCreery.
Oh my God, not Scotty.
And then the week after that, it's Billie. And New Kids on the Block, 21 Pilots, and Zayn.
I keep forgetting about Zayn.
Then the next week, this is just Billboard, so it doesn't have everyone, but the next week is Lenny Kravitz just by himself.
I saw a tweet today of him. Maybe you've probably seen it because I just get recycled likes from you and Vera. But it was like him lifting weights, and someone was like him getting the call for Act 3, like literally.
Do you see the tweet that went viral today that was like, oh my God, Act 3 announced, and it was like Glee cast version?
Yes! That was the first thing I saw when I opened Twitter. You know I open it once a week.
And Kevin McHale, who I follow on Twitter, who's a great Twitter follow, was like, I shot like shoddy Post Malone.
Yeah.
May 31st we're at, which we're still in May. May 31st when we're in Europe. Ben Platt, Honey Mind.
Okay, I mean, we'll of course have to give that a listen drunk off our wines. Like, we'll have to.
June 7th, Bon Jovi. Wait, this is so fucked up, Billboard. They don't have Charlie on here.
I knew we were missing one.
Charlie's June 7th, is she not?
Yes, she's absolutely in June. I'm not sure exactly what day, but like it's June. Rat.
Hey, Brad.
Club classics like took over our fucking life.
When I go to the club, I want to hear the club classics.
Yeah, my song of the fucking
club classics. Club classics. I want to dance to me. I want to dance to AG. I want to dance with
George. I want to dance to Sophie. Like, exactly, Charlie. Exactly. I love her. I'm so excited.
That was a really good impression.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm encouraging everyone. I told Megan Vera to do this. Go back and listen to the Pandemic Crackpot album. It's literally Brat's younger sister.
Yeah.
It's good.
The record will arrive June 7th.
Okay, so we will be set.
And then Meghan Trainor, June 14th. And then God knows when Normani is going to put that goddamn album.
Oh, fucking Normani. What a joke at this point. If you can't put out an album when everyone else is, something is really wrong.
Oh, Taylor Swift has a story. What is it? Pre-order.
Pre-order.
I can't.
I can't. Wait, when is your record going to come?
Probably fucking a week after the album comes out because her shipping company sucks.
Oh, no.
But I always do it through her website because she always gives like, it's like if you bought the album, you get a boost for tickets for future. So I'm just, oh my God, Giselle, you posted your post. I have to watch it later.
Yes,
Giselle, for those who don't know, is like doing the Lord's work of influencing, which is like being an influencer and also having a full-time job and also being really thoughtful about being an influencer.
Thank you.
And more creators should be like you.
Thank you, Megan. I appreciate you. Thank you. There's tea that we won't spill. Maybe if we had a Patreon, we would spill it. But like, comment, subscribe if we should make a Patreon.
Maybe like leave us a fucking review.
And then we'll tell you the tea. But thank you, Megan. If you're hearing this and you haven't liked the post, go like it. Hearts.
Yeah, I'm gonna like
women's reproductive rights. We
stand women's reproductive rights.
Women. Thank you. I really worked hard. But yes, what were we saying?
We were just talking about how much music there is, but
yeah. Okay, wait, let's get into Lizzy.
I was gonna say Lizzy McAlpine.
It's making me so upset actually, because like you know, Meg, more than anyone, what I hate the most is when an artist like shits on their past work as if they weren't proud of it when they put it out. Like, I
mean, it's like Charlie kind of did that with Crash recently.
Yes, and Ali and AJ do that. And I'm like, do that. Potential breakup song is revolutionary, and I will stand on business.
Literally. I bet you they'd probably shit on A Touch of the Beat if they were given the opportunity, which is also a perfect album.
Exactly. But Lizzy McAlpine dropped her album on Friday, and like number one, it's good. So like let's start there.
Excellent.
It's very excellent. It is very good. I liked it when I first listened to it, but I think for me it was so different from 5 Seconds Flat, which is what I loved her for, that I needed to put myself in like, okay, we're gonna cry. But then once I put myself in okay, we're gonna cry, I was like, wait, this is amazing. It, as Vera said, it is very Sarah Bareilles waitress tea, which I love. But she has been irking us for a while because she keeps getting on. First of all, she won't promote the fucking songs. Like, she would just get on TikTok and be like, okay, like, I guess I dropped a song today. Like, listen or don't. Okay, going to Run Away and Cry. I'm like, what? And then now she keeps shitting on 5 Seconds Flat and basically saying that, like, you know, it's not her. Like, it's not a representation of who she is. Like, basically, like, fucks to you all if you like it. But, like, this is not me. And it's making me upset. Meg, how do you feel about it?
It's making me upset. Did you see the TikTok she posted though?
Yes, where she like tried to address it.
I love that album. It just doesn't feel like me anymore. Listen, I think there's something that's very current that I'm going to compare it to.
I love
Did
it.
you read the Vogue? Did you
Yes,
read the Vogue Zendaya cover story?
of course.
Really can't speak today.
I had hers and Rihanna's ready for me to read
I
yesterday.
haven't read Rihanna's yet. I have to. But in Zendaya's, and this is something that we've kind of known. It's been said about Zendaya before that she like grew up and she was painfully shy as a kid, and that's why
Yes.
she got into theater and whatever performing. And I do think like if you ask anyone who's kind of like read about Zendaya or like knows anything, like they would say like, oh yeah, she's an introvert. Like
Right.
she at home, she's not really like whatever. And that's what the profile was kind of reiterating. Like she would much rather be at home in sweatpants with her dog, relaxing, than ever be out at the club. Like,
Yes.
or even on a red carpet. Like you see it when these like clips of her on a red carpet go viral, what of her interacting with a fan. Like
Yes.
she's uncomfortable, she's awkward, she doesn't know what to do. And it actually, again, it like humanizes her because she's so beautiful and she's so high fashion. And like she was talking about how when she like wears the outfits, it's almost like putting on a character. And I thought that was really, really interesting and like actually, you know, made me like her even more, to be honest, because I was just like, okay, like she's just a real girl. She's kind of like a real person.
She's just a girly.
She's just a girl, just like us. But I think like there is just such a way to go about being an introvert in Hollywood because like,
Totally.
Lizzy, do you want to be a performer or not? Like,
Right.
or you just want to make music? Like, that's fine. But I don't want to hear that, like, you know, the canceled tour and then the whole thing about like how, oh, I'm not going to have an opener because like I want it to end at a reasonable hour. But it's like, is it like because you just don't want to be there that long? Like,
Yes.
what's it? It just starts to become a bit like silly. And I don't know if this is just going to be the Gen Z way or like the new way of performers and artists. Like obviously we don't want them to like overwork themselves and like have nervous breakdowns the way like
Yeah.
some of them are seeming to have. But I'm also just like, what did you want then out of this experience? You know what I mean? Like
Totally.
did you not realize you were going to have to be performing? Did you not realize you were going to have to be promoting? Like promoting is half the business. Like you and Vera were texting about this last night and I was in the group chat, but my phone was like dying. So I was like conserving my battery. And I was just kind of reading what you were saying. But I think it's so interesting to look at, like, what did I just say? Like, I just opened Instagram and I was like, oh, Taylor Swift posted a story. Like, what is it? Oh, it's the fucking album, right? And
Yeah.
obviously she's at this stage of her career where she like doesn't have to promote shit. Like, that's why we haven't seen her on any talk shows or
Right.
doing any marketing or any, you know, brand campaigns or anything like that.
Right.
She doesn't need to. Like, people are just going to buy the music. But I think for a long time, half the battle with her was promotion, right?
Absolutely.
And it was much more of a niche, like Swiftie thing. And now she's so big, she doesn't need to do it. But she knew how to promote, right?
And she fucking pounded the pavement.
And even look at Ariana. Like, Ariana doesn't want to be doing this shit. She doesn't want to be asked about her divorce or her affair with this man or whatever's going on, right? But she did. She went on Zane Lowe. She did the Zach Sang thing.
Even Dua, who went on fucking Trixie Mattel's YouTube channel.
Right. Like, the girls are hustling. And I don't know. It's just like, I get it. You're an introvert. You want to be at home. You don't want to be, you know, like selling out or whatever. But it's just kind of annoying to then, like, have her almost be complaining about it when like,
and making us feel bad about like wanting to go to see her and tour or like wanting to like her previous work. I'm like, why are you yelling at me? Like, quietly.
Whisper yelling.
Why are you whisper yelling at me, Lizzy McAlpine?
It's just like, it's a little bit of a turn off, right? Because like, sorry, like I have a job. It's not as fun as your job. If I had your job, I would be having so much fun.
And I'm spending my hard-earned money from my job on you.
Exactly.
So please, sister.
No, exactly. So it does just start to feel a bit icky. And obviously, like, there is the reverse. And I'm sure people would argue it's like, but she has like crippling anxiety and mental health and whatever. And I am 100% cognizant of that. We've talked about this.
We respect it.
We had tickets to see Shawn Mendes. He canceled his goddamn tour. And we are still upset about it. But we're like, you do you, Shawn.
Right. We will wait in the wings.
We'll wait. But I'm just, you know, I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm a little bit over the, you know, dramatics of it all. And yeah, that whole Zach Sang interview, because that's who it was with, right?
Yeah. He really is everywhere, isn't he?
He's kind of annoying me. He's so annoying.
He's so annoying. Yeah. But he just keeps interviewing people I care about.
Yeah. That's the thing.
But yeah, I mean, do you have any standouts from the album?
Yes.
Same.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like we started this off by saying the album's great. I think the first three are so strong. I
Agreed.
think Elevator into Come Down Soon into Like It Tends to Do.
I love All Falls Down.
I think the three of them are such a little trio, and like the metaphor of like the elevator come down soon, like it tends to do. Like it's all kind of speaking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
All Falls Down, banger.
Love All Falls Down.
So fun. And that's, a bit of her, I feel like
Lizzy we really know and love.
Her and it's also, I feel like, her statement on the album of like her anxiousness and like her performance anxiety and all that stuff. I will say, like, both the singles really strong for me still within the album. I guess Older, I like Better Than This, and I really like Vortex.
Yes, Broken Glass is my favorite.
Broken Glass is great too. The thing is like, this is the thing. I put it on my playlist, and so I've been shuffling my playlist, and I'm getting it a little bit out of order.
Yeah.
So some of them are still, again, it's like I haven't listened to it enough for them not to still blend together, because I think I really like You Forced Me To, but I'm like, what's the difference between that and Drunk Running actually right now in my head?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
But also and Staying was on earlier, and I was like, oh, this is nice. And the thing is that I like it. I don't think there are any like real flops.
No, definitely no flops.
I feel like if I had to rank it, like maybe Drunk Running would be at the bottom for me.
Yeah.
I remember in the morning I listened to it on Friday, like really early, and I was like, oh, okay, it's falling off. The album's falling off. And then the end of Broken Glass, it builds and it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's like, it's totally fine to do something different and have a different vibe. And I think this album is super cohesive, which I think, we like to see. But it doesn't mean you have to like be like, oh, my old stuff's not me.
Right.
That's what she was saying in her kind of like retraction on TikTok, was that was me then and this is me now. And like, it's totally fine to say that while also not being like, well, that album was so not me. It's like, we all change. Like, I'll say this about Olivia Rodrigo later too. That girl's 21 years old. She thinks she knows who she is. She thinks this is who she is.
Right.
You're going to see her go through so many different phases.
Yeah.
She is so young.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, it's interesting to see that. So I don't know. I'm like, Lizzy, like, don't
talk yourself into these corners so early in your career.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like she's so early in her career, actually.
Making statements like with periods at the end of them. It's like, that's not what we need. We need semicolons. We need question marks. We need what's the ...
Ellipses.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we need ellipses. I love that.
But like, I'm happy for her. I like the album. I hope the album does well. I mean, the last one was a real grower, right? Like, it was kind of under the radar and whatever. But again, it's just like, I just didn't feel like she promoted it that much, and like that's fine. But also like, like Casey Musgraves hustled her ass off to get that album, and she almost had a #1 album without the support of like country radio.
Yeah,
like, I kind of love to see that. But again, millennial generation. I'm so sorry to say it, but nobody wants to work these days. Nobody wants to work these days.
Nobody wants to work these days. I'm interested to see how Maggie. The thing about Maggie is that she fucking loves herself.
Maggie is promoting this album.
Yeah, and she loves herself. So therefore, we will see her everywhere. Which go off, love yourself.
I mean,
more people should.
Zach Bryan show with Bruce Springsteen.
She was on stage with Madonna.
Tambourine. No, Maggie knows what to do. She knows what she needs to do.
Okay. Should we go to Griff next?
Yeah.
I mean, amazing. Four incredible songs.
I mean, I love that our little Whiffy Griffy is still a little bit under the radar here in the US, I think.
Yeah.
She definitely has to be bigger like overseas now, because she was on tour with Coldplay for so long.
Right.
But I am obsessed with her. Volume 2 of Vertigo. I think we talked about Volume 1 when it came out. Like, just such fun tracks, so Griff. She has such a signature sound, I feel, even within like the wider pop landscape.
Yeah.
And I love the way she was talking about how Volume 1 was like a bit sadder and Volume 2 is a bit it's just a great project. you haven't listened to Griff, go listen to her right
I
now.
was looking back at my concert highlight, as I do every few weeks, because
Yeah.
I love
Feel
it
Joy,
and us. And we were so fucking close for Griff. Like,
no one was there.
no one was there. We were this close to her.
Mhm.
On YouTube, you will see how close. This close. And it was amazing. Like, she is just so good. And like, I hope that she doesn't get like the Little Mix curse where like they just never break in the US. Speaking of Little Mix, Perry is dropping the song this week.
That song is every other TikTok on my page.
Forget about us in the backseat.
I saw her doing.
She didn't write it, I heard.
No, of course she didn't.
Perry!
Of course she didn't write it. Are you kidding me?
Oh, why would you tell people that? I know that some people will see it on the.
Is she still with her fiance? I feel like
them and that baby.
That baby.
That baby that looks exactly like him.
Literally cloned the boyfriend, fiance.
But yes,
the whole promotion around this Perry single is so 2008.
It is.
Like, have you seen this video of her promoting it?
Yes, yeah. And she just keeps Perry.
It's like, Perry, this is so not what we're doing.
It's so annoying because like all three, like Leanne went more Afro beats and like no one's listening to it, but I like it. Like it's good.
Yeah.
But also like, but like no one's listening. And like Perry, this like 2003 hit that she's trying to give to us, like fine, whatever. And Jade, I'm like praying that Jade is waiting so long to like give us something that's like good. Like I just want Jade to go full like queer pop bang, even though she's not queer pop banger. You know what I mean? Because that's her energy.
100%.
But yeah, it just sucks. Always these girls from girl groups, like if you're not Beyonce, you're kind of shit out of luck, man.
I know.
But yeah, on the queer pop, LOL at JoJo Siwa. But
I mean, speaking of not writing the single, she like literally bought the rights to this song that was written by this random woman who tried to sell it to Miley Cyrus in like 2009.
And Miley was like, "No, thank you."
And Miley was like, "No." And now JoJo Siwa has a song called Karma, and it's just.
And JoJo Siwa has to go. Like, she's like, "I've changed the game." I'm like, "You look the same except for the sparkles on your face are black."
It's literally so cringe. It's so cringe, Giselle.
She is the most cringe. But yeah, on the queer pop, Chappell Roan is really like
blowing
having a moment. The new song is amazing.
The new song is so good and it's like popping off. I feel like a lot of people, I've just been seeing a lot about her now. Like,
yeah,
people being like, "Oh, this Chappell song is great," and it is great. And like the album just cracked the Billboard top like 200 for the first time. And I do like, oh my god, yeah, it's number 28 on the top 50 in the US on Spotify.
It's an incredible album.
Yeah.
Like an album.
But yeah, no, I was just like feeling like she's having her moment. Obviously, she finished supporting Olivia on Guts right before the MSG shows, but I'm like happy for her. She seems and then the HO Hot to Go dance is like popping off on TikTok.
Yes!
So it does just feel like she's kind of having a moment like a bit late after the album, but it's great that this single's out and it's good. So yeah, I love Chappell. I mean, again, there's just so much music out. I do feel like I am listening to Good Luck Babe more than some album tracks on like any of the albums that are out because it's just a single. And so when it comes out, I'm like, ooh, like whatever. But yeah.
Okay, Olivia. Walk me through it.
Okay.
Walk me through your guts being spilled.
Oh, my guts have been spilled. What a wow. Let me see if I can pull up like exactly what I texted you with the periods. Yeah, I found it. Okay, so Olivia Rodrigo just finished 4 nights at Madison Square Garden.
4 nights is wild.
4 nights. Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, she brought out Noah Khan.
Right.
Which, great. Love Noah, of course. Her and Noah, like, don't fit for me. Like,
yeah. Their voices.
But I mean, it's because I do feel like Olivia, and I'm about to compliment her so much, so like don't come for me. But I do
this is what I wanted, the full review.
I do feel like when she does the like whispery songs and like folky songs that she has a voice that feels a little bit more put on. Like she can belt. Like she's not one of these girlies that's like, you know, it's the season of the sticks and you know, she's just like putting on like a little bit of an accent of voice or whatever it may be. And I don't know. It just kind of irks me. But then she's switching out the shirts for the end of the show. She's wearing Carrie Bradshaw AF.
Okay.
And just like that was one of the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah. So Miss Girl is like leaning into her New York era. I do think she built an apartment here. But so yeah, so I went on Monday and we went to the pop-up, the truck. They had this whole Amex experience. Like Olivia Rodrigo is so famous. Like so famous. It's crazy actually how famous she is. Our seats were kind of like side stage.
Yeah.
But they were great, like because they were lower bowl of the of MSG. So we were so close and could see like everything. We just couldn't really see the screen behind her, which like I didn't really need to see anyway. But like a great show. I'm kind of gonna like dig Harry Styles here a little bit because why is Olivia Rodrigo putting on as long a show as you are?
Okay, talk about it.
If not longer.
Really? How really?
She went on at 8:30 and it wasn't over until after 10.
Okay, Olivia.
Yeah. No, she's like
singing. Did she do Olive Sour and Olive Guts, basically?
No, she didn't do Hope You're Okay.
Olivia!
I will tell you
Why do you hate me?
I will tell you what song she didn't do. Or I'll just read you the set list. I don't want you ever to forget about us. Okay. She opens with Bad Idea, right?
Okay.
Into Ballad of a Homeschool Girl.
Okay.
And then we get Piano Time. So it's Vampire, Traitor, Driver's License. And then she sits down at the piano. Well, she's already at the piano for Driver's License. And she does Teenage Dream off of Guts. And this is when she said with her whole chest, I wrote this song when I was 19 and I'm 21 now. And I just am feeling like I know myself. And like, I feel like I have like really found myself. And I just feel like I'm the best version of myself. And I was literally yelling. I was like, no, you haven't.
You're 21. I
was like, you're 21. And she's like acting like 19 was like so long ago. Like she just turned 21 like 2 months ago. I was like, sister.
You have a lot.
The whole shtick was about how she's like, was a teenager because Teenage Dream. But when I say the average age at Guts was like 16 and a half.
Really?
So many young kids with their moms, like young children. And
she is the Disney era. Like I forget.
But it's kind of like Miss Girl is dry rating, as like the people used to say about Britney Spears in the day. Like she is doing the dances. She is wearing the skimpy little outfit.
She's giving away Plan B, is she not?
Not anymore. She has to stop doing that. But she is still donating proceeds to like Planned Parenthood and like
okay. I knew at one point she was giving away Plan B.
But she had to stop because everyone was like,
the moms were like, oh,
we can't let 7-year-olds know what birth control is.
I can't.
But I mean, it was so fun from the jump. She kind of never stops. Like I do just feel like she has such confidence that, and I've never seen her live before, so I can't really compare it, but I've seen like clips and I remember hearing reviews of the Sour tour. And especially because she's been touring now for the last couple of months already, like 2 months ago, I guess Guts tour started, or like a month or so ago. And so I do feel like she was totally in control, very much like knew what she was doing up there. I was saying that like, so the sitting she didn't invent it, but the sitting at the piano talking to the audience is very Taylor Swift coded.
Very.
And I think as much as it is rehearsed and like no one's kind of better at it than Taylor. Taylor has like an ability to make it feel a little bit more off the cuff and authentic, even though it's not.
Yeah.
Whereas with Olivia, it definitely felt a little rehearsed. You know, it's like she's sitting on the moon and she's like, so like, did anybody hear? Was everyone here able to go to my sour tour? Oh my gosh, like that's so nice. Like, oh my gosh, wow. And I'm like, okay, Olivia, like we got it. Like,
right.
You know, I think she's, again, you said she's a Disney girl. I think she's still stuck in this in between of like, this nice girl image. And I do think she kind of just wants to be a rock star a little bit. And I would love for her to lean into that. After Teenage Dream, we get the dancers. Well, we got the dancers.
The
dancers during Trader first. And that was like the choice, a choice among choices. Like, I cannot even speak about how silly it was. Them doing like the running man during Trader as she's like belting. And the thing is that audience knew every word to every song and they were screaming at the top of their lungs.
Yeah.
Top of their lungs. We could barely hear her on some of the slower songs because like on Driver's License, you just like kind of everyone was screaming it. So we got the dancers during Trader. Then we got them during Pretty Isn't Pretty into Love Is Embarrassing. And again, just the choreo is just so weird.
Yeah, I don't know why they made that choreo choice.
It just feels like she's trying to do everything, right? She's trying to have the dancers. She's trying to have the piano moment. She's trying to have like her own kind of, she like floats around on the moon, like, you know, and I just don't think the dancers were super necessary, like, at all, to be honest. Or we just needed like a different kind of choreo. Because like literally there's a interlude after Trader where this one girl is just like doing like this.
It gives me very like the dancers that were on like the Hannah Montana tour.
Yeah.
You know, like the Jonas Brothers tour, like those like concert videos we used to watch, like that's what those dancers are giving me.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it felt like. Then she sang Happy Birthday to someone. And then it was Making the Bed, where she's like literally laying on this platform and she's like singing Making the Bed. And then then it's Logical and she gets on the moon and she goes I saw the moon. And then that's when she's like, how many of you were at my sour tour? And then she said with her whole chest that Enough for You is one of her favorite songs, which I was kind of like, that's a choice, but okay.
Fine.
And then she did that. And then Lacey, Dancers Are Back. And they had
not back for Lacey.
For Lacey, they had this like ribbon and they were like weaving. It was maybe a bit better. I don't know. They were like weaving in and out of each other. And then it was Jealousy, Jealousy, still with the dancers. Can't Catch Me Now from the Hunger Games movie, which was kind of a moment. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
she loves that song.
I kind of love that song. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, stand on business for the Hunger Games song.
Then that was when she brought Noah after Can't Catch Me Now. That's when she brought Noah out on Friday, but we just
no one else got Noah.
We just went right into Happier, into Favorite Crime, Deja Vu, The Grudge, Brutal, so fun.
Yeah.
Into Obsessed, and this is when she's like laying on the ground and she starts like doing like hip thrusts.
Right.
I was like, okay.
Olivia.
And then All American Bitch.
Okay.
Encore, which like, does she not know that the girls aren't doing encores anymore?
I know.
But Good For You, and then Get 'Em Back. So she played a lot. She played 25 songs.
Yeah, a lot of songs.
Well, that was like Friday, so including Happy Birthday and Stick Season. So my night, it would have been 24 songs.
Yeah.
Like, Harry Styles, like, he was doing a lot of medleys. I want to call him out because, like, if he's going to do a stadium tour, 2 hours
play
at
the songs.
2 hours at least, Harry.
If the Jonas Brothers can torture us for 3 hours, Harry, you can get on that stage and do 2. Please.
Literally. But all in all, I know I just kind of like went very long-winded on Olivia.
I love it.
I just think I do think she's a star. I think
she's famous. She just is a famous girl.
She's also talented. Like,
yes, okay.
Mama was singing.
I love that.
Mike was on.
I love that.
Belting was happening.
Yeah.
I just think and I think I've said that, like, I like her so much more when she's just like belting those songs, because she was hitting those notes and I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Again, I think it's cute. She thinks she knows who she is at 21. I think she's like in a very happy phase. I think she's with that British guy,
Right.
with Partridge or whatever. The outfits are not great. They look a little bit better like from a distance, right?
Yeah.
Like than close up, but because I've seen them close up in photos, I'm like, nah. And again, I think like she's building up confidence. Like, I think obviously she knows better who she is than when she put out Driver's License and was still in love with Joshua Bassett, who, like, who knows what the fuck's going on with that guy.
He really fell off the face of the
fell
earth.
off the face of the earth. Like, is he in a cult or something? I don't know.
I think so.
Possible. So, like, in a lot of ways, I like felt very proud of her, because I remember sitting in your bedroom at Palmetto Street two apartments ago, watching the Driver's License music video,
Crazy.
being like, standing on business, we will protect you, Olivia Rodrigo. And I feel like we still do. I feel like we give her
constructive
criticism and feedback.
But we love her.
And I think she'll be famous for a really long time.
Yeah, she's done a good job.
We need So American to the set list.
Yes.
Because it's so fun and I fucking love it. And I think that after this era, she should get a really cunty bob.
Yeah, she has to cut the hair, I think.
The hair is so long and it's like beautiful.
She could be, well, no one can be, but she could give like Zendaya tea on the red carpet. She could do that. If she cut the hair, got a different stylist, like got herself like a stylist with some vision, like she could really do the damn thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think she wants to.
I kind of want to see Olivia Rodrigo with, like, after this era is over, come back on a red carpet, like not like a nighttime red carpet, like a daytime red carpet, like a Women of the Year luncheon.
Love, come on.
With a bob and like in a white pantsuit.
Yes, wow. I'm envisioning a look.
Like, you know, she got the high heels on, like very like what, like kind of like fun pants.
She could really eat
the blazer, and like a blazer with like no top, like just like blazer.
Yes, I see it.
With a necklace.
with a fucking necklace. Olivia, if you listen to this, call us up. We're ready.
We'll style you.
If we had all the money in the world, Meg, we would turn these bitches out, is the thing.
Absolutely.
We would turn these bitches out.
We'd be like Law in that video of him and Zendaya, and he'd be like, we don't miss.
Yeah, we don't.
The thing is,
Zendaya is so beautiful. Also, like the most recent Tom Brown look with the fucking tennis rackets on it, it's fucking good.
So good.
It's actually disgusting how iconic she is. Like, it's crazy.
Especially given like what we like read about her in this Vogue profile. Like, she's just like trying to be regular, but actually like she cannot. It's like some are born to slay. What is it like? Some are born great, others have greatness thrust upon them.
Yeah.
And like Zendaya has both. Like, she was born to slay and may not want to slay, but unfortunately slaying is inevitable for her.
Literally. Like, it's so insane to me. Every time I see her, I'm just like, wow, I exist with
at
her
the same time
as Beyonce and Zendaya, which to me are two things I'm extremely happy about.
So funny.
Proud of. But yeah, Olivia, cunty bob, pantsuit.
No, I wish her so well though. Like, she's gonna be great. She's, you know, all the girlies were there. Kaya Gerber was there last night. Joe Locke from Heartstopper, Conan, of course. Yeah. And then like the entire High School Musical, the series cast. I didn't see Sophia Wiley, but I saw like the Sebastian and what's his name. And then
they were there?
And then the redhead. Yeah. Ashley.
Oh, wow.
They were all there. Yeah. I saw a video and it was like HSM. What is it? High School Musical TS cast attend the Guts World Tour. And I was like, oh, Joshua? But no, he wasn't there.
Absolutely not.
But yeah, very fun. And I mean, like, yeah, I'd see her live again because I definitely want to like follow the trajectory of like this development of a career because that's still what it is. And it's just like
Yeah.
wild that she has this following already. Like
She's so powerful and she will only grow more powerful.
I think so. Wow, like we're both having this moment, and for those of you who aren't watching, which like you could be, we're both having this moment of like extreme sunlight.
It's crazy. I'm like, what's happening? I'm like, okay, son.
I like always sit in darkness while we're recording.
I know, Meg. It's so bright
The
for
sun is
you.
hitting me. I have my blinds open, and I think the sun is hitting the window. And then it's being reflected into my room. But just not like I can kind of not. You look like you're an angel. You look like you have a halo.
Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Okay, last thing.
Oh God,
She is coming.
This feels like it's been a long time coming, but
She is coming.
The Joker Folie à Deux? Folie à Deux?
Folie à Deux.
Trailer was released last night.
It was.
But wow, what a wow. Lady Gaga.
I mean, there's not much to say other than Lady Gaga is here. She is in her Joker era. It will be musical. I'm assuming we're getting an album. She's very excited about it. Joaquin Phoenix scares me. She, as Harley Quinn, is giving darkness.
It's giving, yeah, no, it's giving sociopath, of course. She's just.
I'll be insufferable when it comes out, but
no, I mean,
she's so camp.
She's so camp, and she's the whole. Did you see the gif of her like being like,
yes,
and everyone's like, the Tumblr girls would have ate this shit.
They would have reblogged the shit out of that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Joker, which I've seen, and we should maybe just like do a movie night and watch Joker.
Yeah.
But it's not great. I don't think it's that good of a movie, right? I think Joaquin Phoenix gives a good performance. But I think it's a movie that is standing on the shoulders of like a million other movies in a way that's not just homage, but kind of like copying.
Yeah.
And so it's like not super original. And I can tell by the trailer for this that I feel like this is maybe going to be the same way.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to the discourse.
Same.
And I'm looking forward to like the memes that will come out of this, because how could we forget the House of Gucci memes? Like,
how could you never forget?
So yeah, and I mean, like, there's some interesting. I who even knows what's gonna happen? Like, they're gonna break out of the insane asylum and go on a murdering spree. Like, I have no idea.
I guess.
Because that's
the music of it all, like.
The musical, yeah. I mean, it's like giving like, I don't know if you saw this shot of them on the roof, and it's like Arkham Asylum vacancy like lit up behind them, and it's like it's giving Moulin Rouge crossed over with La La Land.
Literally.
Like, what is even happening? But like, if you're gonna have Lady Gaga sing in a movie, like, I will be sad.
I'll be sad for sure.
I saw a tweet that was like, there's this shot of the two of them like coming down the steps of like a law building or like a court, and they're both doing like the kicks. And so I was like, now why is Joaquin eating Gaga up right now? Like,
I mean,
follow through on the kick.
Joaquin, I mean, I don't know much about him except for that he kind of scares me. So for him to do a musical, I'm kind of shook. Like, okay, slay, go off.
Are they both going to be singing? Is it just going to be like, I don't know how they're going to incorporate it.
Is it giving A Star Is Born where we're getting a full album? Like, what's happening?
Oh my God, could you imagine? I mean, like, Gaga should just do like a Harley Quinn concept album.
I think that's what's kind of happening. Like, I think she is doing like, maybe not a full album, but we're getting songs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh my God.
To usher us into the new Gaga era.
It's so exciting. I'm like, cast. I don't think that Brian Tyree Henry is returning. No. Because they don't want me to be great.
They don't. Where is he? Honestly, like, I always ask
in the Godzilla movie that's out in theaters right now.
Sorry.
It's okay. I haven't seen it. Well, Zazie Beetz still getting work, so because she was in the first one,
right? Love that for Zazie, and she like hosted that one thing. Remember?
She hosted the announcing of the Oscar nominees.
That one thing.
Harry Lottie is in it,
Who's
which
that?
is our friend from Industry.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Which will be interesting. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's like there's not a lot of Marvel movies coming out this year.
One day, as we always say, one day we'll watch.
I think Deadpool is coming out in like July or something, or May. I don't know. I have no idea. It actually has freed up a lot of space in my brain, I will say though. Like
Yeah, we don't have to focus on it.
the
It's
way that I
like
used to be
fine.
in a fucking chokehold, and oh my god. And it's kind of
We are free.
it's kind of nice to take a little break.
Yeah, we're definitely free. Free
Forever. No,
from the shackle. I'll be free until Pedro Pascal hits my screen, then I'll be back.
oh, that's exciting actually.
That feels
And
right to me.
I love the Julia Garner casting, but it's like it's really interesting like to see who is signing on to these. Obviously, like you have to audition and stuff, but it does kind of feel like they would be in a position more to like beg actors to be in their movies and TV shows because like who wants to sign away their life to something that's like maybe going down the
downhill.
toilet.
I saw Florence Pugh like fucking like on the set of.
But that's the thing. Like, when have we ever seen behind the scenes on a set?
Never. They're flopping.
Be like,
they're flopping. Flopping.
Especially because if Florence Pugh is the biggest star that they have, that's not going to entertain us.
No, definitely not. Find someone else. But yeah,
that's all.
Lots of music this week. Lots of music in 2 weeks, and we see you all again. Like, comment, subscribe if you want the Patreon.
Hot Man bracket announcement imminent. I promise.
Imminent. Woo!
Imminent.
I'm so excited. Yes, lots of exciting things to come for the pod. We love you all so much. We will see you in 2 weeks, and most importantly, love you, Meg.
UG.
Iconic. Truly like therapy.
So iconic.